Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Let's talk about today. Honestly, just buying opportunities all around today. We saw a nice pump up yesterday, nice gap up. Amazing. That's what we want. I made a I made a TikTok video on this. I'm basically just promoting the price action, buying on certain prices and how we should buy at these dips. Okay. I made 5 trades today. One is pending, which is NVDA. I want to talk to you guys about how I buy. Okay, this is on Google Docs, and I track every single investment I make. Okay, whether that's taking a note down or whether that's writing it somewhere. This is very important. Okay, because you need to be able to know what you're doing in your portfolio, how you're changing and going into different companies, and how your investment style is changing over time. These investments were made in December 2023, okay? I am not perfect. I didn't know what I was doing. I just invested in 3 random companies. Out of these 3 investments, I had NVIDIA, United States Steel, and Krispy Kreme, okay? Out of these 3 investments, the best investment was NVIDIA back in 2023. And still, one of the best investments I've made is NVIDIA, Walmart, and you can say a dividend stock, okay? Now, my total I had investment around this time was $62. As you can see, 15.10. I was selling here and there. 15, 10, $5, right? I'm working with pretty much nothing. Over time, I grew this, stacked up some money, right? And built good habits, discipline, right? And here, now I have 1.1K invested. And I'm going to tell you guys about my strategy, how I buy. Okay. First things first, lowering average cost per share. This is what I do very frequently. I do not dollar cost average. Okay, I'm going to get into specific details on what I do. Okay, when you buy stocks at levels lower than your average cost per share, you're strategically lowering your average purchase price. Okay, now let me show you what I mean by this. Okay, if I click on Walmart here on CashApp, right? If I scroll down, you're going to see the current share price of Walmart is $90.74, okay? This last little tab that says current share price, okay? That is the current share price as of 2:23 p.m. As we're recording this video, $90.76, okay? Now, what you need to realize is the more lower your average cost per share is, the more profit you're going to get, okay? As simple as that. But it's very key that you don't pinpoint the prices too much, because it could get sometimes stressful. Sometimes, you could you can catch yourself staring at a screen for hours and hours trying to find that specific price point, okay? Now, my average cost per share is 89.17. So my profit is from 89.17 to $90.76. And within that, I have an upside of 1.76%. That is my gain. Now, every time I buy, I make sure the price is lower than 89.17. And every time you buy lower than the average cost per share, your position is just gonna get lower. As you see here, I bought when we are at 88.76. So what did that do? Okay, let me show you guys something. When I bought Walmart at 88.65, I went from 89.23 average cost per share to 89.17. So just a little, just a little move down, okay, but it's still good. I want to show you guys the biggest move in Walmart that changed my position. Okay, I want you guys to focus on March 27th. I added $80 in Walmart at 85.72 share price. Okay, let's go back to this investment. Okay, now that was right. Let's see, last month. Okay, that was about right 27 right here. Okay. This is exactly where I bought Walmart, okay? What was my average cost per share, or what was my position when I bought $80 worth of Walmart stock, okay? And this was at a share price of 85.54. What was the current price when I bought this, okay? The current price was 85.72, okay? So I almost bought a share. I was $5 off of buying a share, okay? But my average cost was $94, okay? Keep that in mind. This was my average cost, $94, before I bought $80 worth of Walmart. After I bought that, I go from 94 to 93. Okay. And this is exactly what I'm trying to show you guys. If I wouldn't have placed that trade on the 27th, okay, that would have been a big mistake. Okay, and Walmart would not have been, I would definitely not have been gaining money in Walmart right now. Okay, so I do this way too often. Okay, and this is why I just come down, come down, and I'm gonna sell Walmart around 95, 96. Now, if I would have kept 94 and invested later on when the price was higher, I wouldn't have made as much, right? So let me just show you guys. Now, next time around, if Walmart goes to $94, let's see how much money would I be making then. Okay, so I would go from 171 to 181, so $10, right? But if we go all the way up to $100, I would be making 10 about $20, right? But my goal is to add $50 in Walmart again in the next coming 2 weeks, right? And I believe the stock still has, it still has time to recover. If it recovers by then, all right, I'm gonna just sell and I'm gonna recycle over again. So that is what I mean by lowering your average cost per share. Okay, now that's clear. Let's talk about this example I have set out for you guys. Let's say you've bought Walmart, S&P 500, Reality Income. Okay, focus on these three assets. Okay, Reality Income is more of a dividend stock. Okay, but either way. Okay, let's say you buy three of these at lower prices than your average cost per share. This means you're effectively lowering the price you paid for these investments. Okay, you're lowering that price. So when you see a move up, you actually get to make money. Look at this W pattern. It's like I'm talking to the charts. Okay, when you see this, especially for my day traders too. I mean, I don't know anybody that day trades Walmart, right? But let's say if you were day trading a shorter stock, right? It's kind of like the same strategy. You're waiting. You could add more money if it dips lower, right? But you want to buy at these levels right here. When we break support, okay, you see when the stock falls, this is called support. This is resistance. We haven't hit higher than 91.76. When we break this support, buy. Okay, and that's exactly what I did later on today. I bought right here because we broke support again. I was actually being greedy. I wanted to drop lower, but I was like, whatever, I'll take it, right? So these are just, you have to be able to look at the charts and know what you're doing. And just simply buying lower than your average cost per share is the best strategy. And over time, you're going to make money, okay? Because you want to make money on the green. Today was a green day for Walmart, okay? And you want to be making money during times like these because your strategy is going to work if you know what you're doing. Okay, so basically lowering your average cost per share is buying whenever the price is lower than your position. As simple as that. Now, dollar cost averaging is a different method I'm going to talk about. Okay, now dollar cost averaging involves buying a fixed dollar amount of an investment at regular intervals. Okay, regardless of the price. This strategy helps smooth out the purchase price over time, avoiding the risk of buying in at a peak. Okay, now let's say I want a dollar cost average. I'm buying, let's say, $10 for 6 months, 4 weeks, and a month. Okay, in 6 months, I'm going to have $240 invested in Walmart. But let's say I buy on a Monday right here. Then I buy again this Monday, right? You guys see how... hold on, let me show you. Okay, so I buy, let's say this is a Monday. Okay, April 4th is a Monday. Okay, and now next week, the stock is up here and I buy up here. Okay, that's overall going to average out and give you like a rough median average cost per share. But I don't like to do that because I kind of have the time to watch whenever the stock is lower, sit in the chair and just kind of just time the market. As much as I hate saying this, okay, I love doing it. I love pinpointing a price or just looking for whenever the current price is lower than my average cost per share, taking my profits, getting out, and either recycling it or either setting a time frame where I'm just repeating the same process over again. But if you don't want to sit down, keep waiting on the stock to drop down, that's fine. Dollar cost average. You're still going to get a roughly good average, right? But what you should do is then set out an amount. Let's say $100 every Monday for 3 years into Walmart. There you go, right? So that's what dollar cost averaging is. It's kind of like a easier, smoother way to take care of your investments. You can do auto investments on CashApp, any other brokerage, right? But what I like to do is right here. I like to lower average cost per share, and I don't buy whenever the stock is higher. I just don't do it, right? It's just different strategies. But either way, both of these are very killer, okay? A lot of big-time investors talk about this. Long-term investors talk about this. But I like to do mid-term, short-term, and also like to do long-term. So I kind of have a full grasp of what I like to do, and I can implement both of these, but I like number one better than number two because I have the time to sit in a chair and look at prices fluctuate throughout the day. As simple as that. Okay, so there you have it. Walmart's had another great day today. You see reality income now it's at a gain. Same thing. Okay, I just wanna talk to you guys about how I'm buying, and my strategy of buying. It has, I wouldn't say it's 100% work over time. Okay, there's times where I buy throughout the day and then boom, stock goes lower, lower, lower. But what I did today again was I waited. Okay, I thought okay they're gonna be up again today, but when they broke support right here, this is called breaking support. I want you guys to see that line. Okay, they broke support, they go to an absolute dump. I thought they were going to recover from right here at 1106, but no. They go all the way down. I add $10 again. They dip lower. Guess what? I'm going to add $10 again, and I lower my average cost per share again. Okay, so and I do this, and I always track my investments. I want you guys to realize when you track your investments and you see you lowering your average cost per share, that is progress and that is improvement. I want you to look at this. March 31st, S&P 500, my position was 580. I want it to be lower. We just went sub 500 on the S&P 500. What did I do? I added more today, and currently my average cost per share in the S&P 500 is 577. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring this down to at least 570 if I can. But yeah, that's just the name of the game is just being as low as possible, selling as high as possible. And once you get a good grasp of that, a good grip of that, you're going to somewhat be a good investor, right? And over time, your profits are going to come, okay? Thank you guys for watching, like, and subscribe. That was just me showing you guys some of the investments I've placed, okay? And yesterday was me talking about price points. We follow a sequence on this channel, and that's what I like doing. Let me know if you guys like the videos. Follow my TikTok. It's Mr.BuyTheDip, market.movers with two